Hi everyone, it's Charlie Veitch. I've just watched an incredible video by Dan Dix and the guys at Press for Truth of the Toronto eviction of the Occupy Toronto camp. And it kind of was really well filmed, really well edited, the music was great to it, and it really created this sense of observing reality as it happens, and that is very, very cool. And it got me thinking very hard about this Occupy movement and about public relations and about how we can go ahead with this. What I just watched was the police in Toronto, very normally, as if it's just something they do every day, just physically destroy and crush all the tents and force all these people out in a very nasty, negatively charged day, really, for everyone there, because it's a defeat. And when we think of the art of war, it is suicide to try and compete against a physically superior adversary on open ground where they're just going to crush you. It's much better to withdraw and then fight another day, like using guerrilla tactics. So in terms of also public relations, ideas in today's internet age get very tired and very old very quickly. And the Occupy movement has been a great success in that it has literally occupied the public mind, the physical world, and also the hearts of everyone involved with it, away from big business interests, away from corporate control and corporate lobbying. But I think the time has come to do something that the establishment doesn't expect, and that is to just all of a sudden pack up the tents and leave the areas absolutely clear as if there was no one ever there. And that's like, whoa, suddenly they're gone. And because I think it's been going for a few months now, and we can go away and learn and enjoy and reflect upon the victories we've had and the losses that we've made, the mistakes that we've made during this occupation, and then come again stronger with so many more people in the spring when life is thriving, when things are starting to flow. So this has been one quick blast, and I think 2012, the springtime, the kind of regeneration that's going on, will be the time when the Occupy movement can really get going. And by not scaring the public, by not having another video of the police physically smashing, and we're going to see this in London if the protesters stay at St. Paul's Cathedral in London, is the police will happily go in there and physically put down any resistance, because that's what they're trained to do. They've been doing it for hundreds of years, and they have the full backing of the corporate establishment which controls the government. So for the London specific one, I think everyone should move into that occupied UBS building, because that's legally occupied and it's an empty building, and you'll all be incredibly warm and much stronger there. And really, a dignified exit in the public eye will be so much more mature than people who just become angry and pissed off and nervous and have an eventual confrontation with a physically superior adversary, which will create a negative disturbance in everyone's energy field. So let's come back, let's all get warm and happy and get all healthy again, because it's been taking it out of a lot of my friends that are down there at Occupy London. They become ill, they're freezing all day, it's not so good for them. So the last thing the establishment expects is for everyone to just pack up and say, hurrah, we're not confrontational, we got you a little bit stressed, we'll be back a lot bigger in the spring, so let's have a bit of change. Let's start changing the public consciousness, let's start changing the minds of people who might want to go into the government or go into the corporate world, which ultimately, as I said before, controls the government. And yeah, so big shout out to Press for Truth. That was a great video, Occupy Toronto, and it really got me thinking. So maybe the last thing they expect is what we should do, because the whole public thing of everyone getting arrested and the police dragging people away is a kind of addiction to defeat that I have suffered, that many activists suffer. You go through this cycle of defeat and the enemy gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So maybe it's time to start practicing the art of war, to start thinking not only with our hearts but also with our minds in unison with the heart. Thank you very much.